In this clip, I will explore a new type of the migrants who are entering into US through Mexico-US border. When I will tell you the name of the country these migrants belong, you will be astonished. And maximum people of illegals, they belong to this country. And I am not naming now this country because you will be so disheartened that this country migrants are entering into the US by illegal way, and you want to go to that country from where they are coming, but their own people are entering into the US by illegal way. It was never explored earlier. I got information through the sources that maximum number of illegals belong to this country. This is astonishable. I think you only one US channel identified this biggest news. Otherwise, all media is silent and nobody is making comments and analyzing the situation of these migrants who are entering. Question is why this almost developed country migrants entering by illegal way, why it's so easy to move from Mexico to US, because it looked good. If Asian countries are moving, deprived countries are moving, African people are moving, Mexico, even Mexico nationals are moving, that looked little a bit reasonable. But if Vietnam nationals are moving, that's something different. But when you will say that this country which I am naming, their migrants are at number one, this is, I think, breaking news that maximum number of illegals who entered in US, and even they got their legal status, they became citizenship card, and they are living in America. They belong to China. This is the story I will break today. My name is Irfan Ashraf. Welcome to World Immigration News by Irfan. Keep watching this clip till last, and then I will tell you reason why Chinese migrants, why Chinese nationals are going to enter into the US through the border in the last 3 years. Current status we can't assess, but I am talking about last 3 year data is telling Chinese people, China, which is almost biggest country of the world, and Chinese are in Australia, Chinese are elsewhere. You use Chinese products. I think no country can make the products like Chinese, and Chinese are so much steeper developmental people. They are growing economically, financially, they are bullet train, all technology China possess, and even Chinese in Australia are very rich, in US are very rich. In all countries, Chinese are almost invasion. This is Chinese invasion of the world. China is that country in by peace and calm and by technology they almost overcome the world. But why Chinese nationals were crossing border through illegal way through the Mexico? Why they were not getting visas? They were able to apply through USCIS system of visa, and they were able to get visa. I remember Canada is claiming that over most Chinese skilled workers who entered Canada, they are at number one position after India. Even students who are studying in all over the world, in Australia, Canada, the Chinese students are number one, and they are getting legal visa because China is not deprived country. Embassies are not refuting their visas. What was the problem, and what is the this is a biggest question for immigration analysts, why Chinese nationals need to enter US by illegal way. I will explore some reason and then you will be able to understand. Once you will understand, remember when one representative of Donald Trump was telling that we will check legal people as well and their documents. If they would find any guilty, they may be deported back. Also, they were talking about legal people having green card. So that's the story. If they will check the legal people, most of them will would be illegal in the past, and they would have been Chinese people, and they got green card, they are citizenship of the US, and they are playing a very significant role in economy of the United States. Chinese people entry is clearly predicting that US visa system is quite complicated. Chinese immigrants were compelled to enter into US border into the US. It clearly telling when they entered US, they were able to show their skills, they were able to show their work that they are very capable. No doubt Chinese communities are very hardworking. I already told in all countries, if you will see who is the owner of rich companies, the buildings in Australia are Chinese owners. It means they are hard workers. Their products are being sold elsewhere from China. Even in UK, in Europe, in USA, almost all world is using China goods. So China are hard working people. Why these Chinese migrants were not given visa by legal way? So they compelled or they use this way. This is another angle is that is investigation or question regarding this illegal entry into US is that why it's so easy to enter, because China people, if they tried to go from Mexico, they don't put their life in danger because they are already in a good country. If any Asian country, in African country, the Ghana national, African national, Asian national, if he put his life in danger to cross Mexico border to US, it look reasonable that these people are deprived and they are fed up from their life and they have no food to eat. They are trying to enter into US. That looked little a bit reasonable. But if you will say that China, who is almost after US is a superpower, a next superpower, their people are trying to enter into US. It's a red signal that US policies need to be modified, especially immigration policies, especially visa procedure must be little relaxed for some developed country. If developed country individuals are trying to enter into US through illegal way, it means that immigration department is not giving them visas by legal way. It means USCIS is making very tight situation. I am able to remove only one mistake from this all scenario of illegals entry into US. Interview system of US embassy. I think if Donald Trump is so fighting in election campaign 2024, I think that declared election of illegal immigration, the people who was successful, that Donald Trump was successful because he was more expert in illegal migration, and that was the competition to become president about illegal migration. Only competition election campaign remains circulated in this topic, and the match was played on illegal immigration. Kamala Harris was not expert in illegal migration. She lost the match. Donald Trump was expert in illegal migration. He wins as a president. So precious this topic is, so significant this topic is, that illegal migration is involved in making president of any country. And US citizens are confessing that if our president is able to control illegal migration, we will give vote to him. So Donald Trump, that's why he is the current president of the USA starting from 2025. I can tell only one thing: illegal migration spontaneously goes to zero level. One point I am telling, and you will agree or disagree, might not be zero value, may be wrong, but I think it will reduce. At least it will reduce. When I will tell, then you will definitely think upon that. Interview system of USCIS. This is the only embassy who is conducting face-to-face interview. Without interview, you cannot get visa. At one angle, this is good. Why illegals by so numbers are not entering into any other country? This is a question. Why only US? Canada is more developed than US. UK is also a very good opportunity for the overseas workers. Why UK not facing such illegals problem as US? Even boats are coming to UK, no doubt about this. But numbers and illegals by easiest way. Since 3 years, you will be telling it's difficult. It's difficult now. It was easier in the last 5 years. If Chinese nationals who are the national of a developed country can cross border easily and they think that they will go to US and they will get their citizenship card and they will be able to work successfully, Lois told them it means that their border was having relaxed policy. It was mistake of US itself. They did not change policies. And the thing which I just want to say, due to which I am just elongating my conversation, and that will be my last point. If USCIS just closed interview, face-to-face interview, just give question and answer, question answer, they can conduct interview by other way. Because when you are facing visa officer live in 5 minutes, that is just like you are getting job, that is just like you are becoming army officer. Normal man who is a genuine person, who is a very well qualified, he will have hard problem and he will not be able to answer directly to the visa officer due to nervousness. That's why professional top Chinese people crossed border in the last 3 years, the reports are telling. Because they think that when they will be in front of visa officer, they will be confused. There should be little a bit modification. If they essentially want to conduct interview, they can modify. Modification could be the person sit in the room and he get questions and he must be given time of 1 hour, 2 hours. He is sitting alone. What he will do? You have called him for embassy. No problem. Just give him time and right answer so that he is at least relaxed and he will be able to respond. Some changes of this interview will motivate a lot of illegals to apply US by legal way and they will be successful because most of the people are eligible and they can work in USA, and they did that. They proved Chinese people who were illegals in my reports, they are very successful business people in the United States. So therefore saying this one, that we will deport legal people who entered by illegal way, US may lose economy. Thank you very much.